Hey, I'm Sharrond King. I am here today to reintroduce myself to those who may know me and to introduce myself to those who may not know me. So, who am I? Sharrond King. I am a wife, a mother, grandmother, independent recording artist, a singer, songwriter, a screenwriter, and the list kind of just goes on from there. So I'm excited today because I want to share some news with you. But before I do that, I kind of want to just take those of you who may not be familiar with me on a journey to a little bit about my backstory. So I started singing at the age of 3, per my aunt. She would teach songs to me, and I would go to church and sing solos in church. Now, my Uncle Harvey, who is no longer with us, he actually said I started humming my first tunes as an infant. I have no proof of that, obviously, but I have no reason to doubt him. That is what he told me, and I believe it, because music is still in my heart today. The first time I sang in a group, I was 4 years old, and my family on my mother and father's side had many different quartet groups back in the day. And basically, my mother, my grandmother, my aunt, and so a couple of family friends started a group. We were called the Evening Stars. I remember traveling throughout Arkansas and Mississippi. Sometimes on occasions we would travel to Missouri or Tennessee and other surrounding states. And it was a really good time in my life. There were a couple of positive things that I definitely remember. It's to have that opportunity to sing with my family and travel with my family. It definitely shaped and molded me for who I am today. As a child, being really young and 4 years old, one of those things was having to travel on a Sunday evening to late night services in church, or traveling back from another state late at night, and then having to get up early the next morning to go to school, because I started kindergarten as a 4-year-old. So that was horrible, to be out so late that night and then having to get back up the next morning to go to school. So that was one thing. But I think the worst thing of all was, some of the churches we traveled to was like really far out in the country, and there was no indoor plumbing. So we would have to go outside to relieve ourselves. And as a 4-year-old, it's pitch black, street lights. Oh my God, it was so creepy. And oh gosh, I was scared because I'm thinking, it could be a snake down in that hole, and things like that. But those were just kind of some memories. When I got ready to enter into the 4th grade, my mom, my brother, and I, we moved to Little Rock, and I attended Gibbs Elementary School. One day I was in music class, and my music teacher, Miss Whitney, she heard me sing, and so she said, "Hey, I like your voice. I like the way you sing." And from that point on, it was basically a requirement that I participated in every talent show that the school ever had throughout my 4th and 5th grade year. And I know at the end of my 5th grade, there was like this competitive talent show at the Y. And we went there. She entered me into the competition. I did not place, unfortunately, but I did catch the ear of a local producer. So after the talent show, he talked to my mom and he invited us to come to his studio. So we went to his studio, 2 or 3 times, and I kind of did a little sample demo or what have you, just singing little songs. Songs that I used to sing in the talent show were songs like "You Light Up My Life," "You Light Up My Life." I would sing "Memories" and "Ooh Baby Baby," "Ooh Baby Baby." So just little songs like that. So one day I heard this producer say to my mom, she could be the next little Miss Stacy Lattisaw. And I loved Stacy Lattisaw as an artist. I mean, the songs that she had out back then was like "Let Me Be Your Angel," "I Found Love on a Two-Way Street." I mean, those were great songs, but I remember thinking to myself, I don't want to be the next little Miss Stacy Lattisaw. I want to be me, I just wanted to be myself. And from that note, I just want to say to young people, please just be you. You are unique. There is no one else like you. You were wonderfully and fearfully made. So You don't have to try to be the next somebody else, because just being you is going to be perfect. One day, my mom and I, we were leaving the studio, and she asked me, Sharrond, do you want to record some songs like that? And I said, no, I don't want to sing those kind of songs. I want to sing God's kind of songs. 10 years old. But I tell you, it was a sincere word that I spoke that day, because even today, that's what I want to sing, and that's what I'm doing. I'm singing God's message, conveying God's message to his people. And I am very excited about the journey that he has so far brought me on, and the journey that I'm about to take from this moment forward. Basically, after that, it was over. There was nothing else said about going to that studio. We never went back. But I did continue to sing in the church choir, and I did participate in talent shows throughout middle school and high school, things like that. So I never stopped singing. I continued to. So fast forward to 2000, I recorded an album, my first album, entitled Inspiration. Now, it was not distributed nationally. Actually, it did bless a lot of people on a local and regional level. It was a great experience for me, and I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and skip to 2004. I recorded Dedicated. It was distributed nationally. One of my favorite songs on that particular album is the title track, Dedicated. So then in 2006, I followed up with another album, and it was entitled Feeling Free. And man, it was a great experience for me to record that particular project. It was also distributed nationally. And some of my favorite songs on that particular album was I'll Go,
to see, teach some lessons, perform some miracles in order that they might believe.
Come to Me.
Ever since we were separated by the adversary, I've been wanting you back. Come to me.
And Sacrificed.
You can't pay for what's already been sacrificed.
And Loving Him. It was some really great tracks. It really blessed a lot of people, and I am so thankful that I had the opportunity to record those CDs. So that's that. I know that, back in 2006 has been quite a while back in the past. That's kind of another reason why I'm here today, and why I'm so excited is because after more than 15 years, I'm getting ready to work on a new studio project. Yup, a new EP. And man, it's been a long time coming, but I'm excited about it, and I cannot wait to share the music that I'm doing. It's going to be an EP this time. So, I just want to thank you so much for listening kind of to a little bit of my backstory. Hopefully that kind of helps those who did not know me to become a little bit more familiar with me, and remind those who already knew me who I am. And again, thank you for tuning in. Be blessed.